everybody. It's been a minute, hasn't it? Hey, I don't know how it is where you guys are, but it is so hot here. But this is my channel, Janet the Hip Gyp. Roaming with RA. Yep, got some messed up hands, but I'm making it. I'm making it, and I want to show you some video and pictures that I took of when I was living in my Altima, and even after I moved here. And I was totally off grid for like a year and a half, but using a generator to run this air conditioner was going to cost me a fortune. And my whole goal is to save money to get a van or a bus, or So I'm semi off grid. I had one line of power ran to this room that I stay in. It's got two plugs, one for the air conditioner, and then the other one I use for, I got a little apartment size refrigerator, but it's things that I'm going to be using when I get a van and a bus. Both of them. Alright, but on this video, it shows you like just my setup, like when I first came back here is the first video, and then after that it'll show you how I was set up when I was boondocking out in the desert, and then how it is when I have my doggy with me, and how it was when I didn't. But yeah, there's gonna be some cute little pics of Ichabod. He travels with me, so for a while. But my car is broke down. We'll talk about that at the end. But, okay, let's see if there's anything else I wanted to tell you. Yeah, I guess rest topics for the end of the video, but see you guys in a few, and hope you learned something. Thanks. Okay, I'm not gonna bring my stove and all that stuff out here, but I'm just gonna show you like when I first came back, how I had things here. But I want you guys, especially women, not to be scared of this solar. See, this is my foldable one. And there's the cord. There's only one way that connection will go. That cord goes to a controller. And it shows right here, panel. So you know that's the one it goes to. Then you have your controller, battery. This goes to your battery. And there, right there, there's my house battery in my trunk. And I have a thing right there, a display that tells me about it, but I can also get that on my charge controller. See, 14.4, 14.3, but you guys, that's all it is. And then when I would get ready to charge my phone or whatever, I'd sit in this chair right there, get my charger, and look, they have two USB ports on the end of this. You can plug your phone or your fan, charge it, whatever, up to. And it don't really take that long when you got full sun. Of course, I don't have any right now, but yeah. But yeah, this is how I set up, and this is some of the things I carry. I carry this digital inflator right here. That's swimming stuff like towel, bathing suit, suntan lotion, right here, this is a charger I keep in there. Extra jug of water. There's my toolkit. And a lot of people, especially a lot of women, don't carry a lot of tools, but I do. There's a strap, Allen wrenches, waterproof matches, and in the second one, there's like Gorilla Glue, my oil, like, what do you call it, some extra screwdrivers, wrenches, another little toolkit. And then bottom, I keep anything having to do with electrical, and that little can of butane is for my little torch down there, in case I have to shrink wrap some stuff. But yeah, I carry more stuff like that. And the only thing really missing that I carry back here is like my kitchen stuff, and I'll usually have a little stove set up, and I'll show you some pictures off when I was set up out in the desert. And I never did have to use it, but just in case, I have this little refrigerator right here. It's an Alpicool. That's big enough for, you know, whatever I would need on the road. But my cooler was sufficient while I was gone. I was gone for 2 weeks, and, you know, I was right there at the stores anyway, so it wasn't no problem to get ice. But anyway, I've got it sitting there because it's just right next to my battery, and I can hook it up to my battery. How, may you ask? Well, glad you asked. Bought one of these. Look, all you do, it's like a cigarette lighter, and then you clip them 2 clips onto your battery, red to red, black to black, and you have like a 12-volt cigarette lighter. Now, another thing I have in my car, but I'm taking all this out and putting in a bus when I get it. There's a DC to DC battery charger, so when I'm driving, like when I can't have my solar panels out, it will charge my battery when I'm going down the road. And then I have this hooked up to my battery. This is a 1,000-watt inverter. Seeing anything like 110, I just plug into them. Right there. Turn it on. Which I don't have anything. I don't have it hooked up right now. But, and then I plug this little thing in sometimes. Plug this thing in sometimes, and it's got a USB charger and 110s, and I just, you know, hang it over the seat or wherever I need it. And it's propane for cooking, and these little gym bags is the best thing for keeping clothes and stuff in there. And then in my front seat, I would have that little crate carrier next to my bed that's got all my stuff in it. I just pick it up and I carry it here and put it in this front seat if Icky's not with me. Now if Ichabod's with me, I put his bed right there. I just rearrange stuff according to which dogs are going and which ones aren't. And Nancy had never been on a long trip, but me and Ichabod, we lived in this car for 2 weeks and we had zero problems. But yeah, you just have to things get out of order very easy, but you just have to learn to put everything back up. Another thing I have, that's one of them shade cloths, and this is tent stakes. And this is my heavy duty magnets. So, that makes me an awning off the side of my car. I attach that cloth with to the car with my magnets, and I have them tent stakes, and I put it as high or as low as I want it, but usually just enough to shade my car if I don't have any shade, or shade me if I want to sit under it or whatever. But that is a good thing to have. Can't go wrong having clothespins, duct tape, this little fan. I'll go through and show you guys like different things one at a time, but see, this fan runs off a USB port, and you wouldn't believe the air that little thing can give out, for real. Then, if it's at night, got one of these. And you're like, well, Janet, what is that? Well, glad you asked. It's a little light bulb. And guess what? It runs off USB. And I got a little hook. And I just hook this up here and run it to my, I hook it right here and I run it, the wire down to my battery, and I have good light. Because I took my light bulb out of my trunk and out of my cars because I don't want to run my starter battery down. So, yep. So there's that. But I keep all kinds of gadgets in here, and I'm going to do I always have an extra leash that I can just slip over a dog's head in case there's one running out in traffic, or, you know, just something I can slip over them real easy to get them out of danger. But we'll go over the bigger stuff later. But another thing I like about this car, though, look how far my seat goes down. Now, that's just like a bed to me. I slept like a log. Little Icky sleep in the front seat. See, I always, when I'd stop at night, I always kept this empty this side so I could fold it all the way back. Yeah, some more water under there. But yeah, if I didn't have two big dogs, I mean a big dog, it'd be no problem living in this car. But I am not gonna force my Nancy to live in that little back seat. But all right, and I'm gonna take some pics so I can post different things on different videos. But for the most part, that's what it is. And that's a 200-watt solar panel Dokio. And I don't know, sometimes they don't get such great reviews. Bob Wells, he didn't even give them a great review, but I think the ones that tried them out just don't take care of shit, because I've had mine a year and a half, and you can see they're in excellent shape and they still work perfect. I think you just have to take care of stuff and not drag it across the desert and through the woods. You know, I'm real careful about my things. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna start putting this stuff up. If not, it'll all be gone in the morning. Hi, you guys. I hope you learned something off of that video. But there's another thing I wanted to tell you about those mobile solar panels. Um, See, with that, it's got a long cord with it, and you can even get an extension. And you can put your panels out in the sun and park your rig, your vehicle in the shade. That's one good thing about the mobile ones. Because when you have the ones that are attached to your rig, like on top, a lot of people do, you have to park in the sun for your solar, to get enough solar to work your stuff. But yeah, I wanted you guys to know that. And but man, I tell you that was one of the times when we first, me and it was first living in a car, and man, we was living the life. And I'd go park somewhere during the day. We'd go park down the lake, and we had a time until the Altima broke down. Which, guess what? It's broke down again. And I talked to my mechanic a while ago, and it's going to be $800. It's going to have a new computer. It's going to have to be programmed and installed and all that. And I decided to go ahead and fix it instead of looking for something new. I just needed this to last for 5 months until I get my inheritance and I can get that little bus. I'll put a picture of it up here somewhere that I've kind of decided on so I can stand up. But yeah, alright. I promised you some pictures of boondocking out in the desert, and here they are. I think the first pic I have on here is me in a camping hat, and this was at Stad and Wash. This was a year and a half ago, and I just wanted to go out and see if that's really what I wanted to do. Which I loved it here in Alabama, but during the summertime it's just humid, too humid and stuff. But yeah, I went out to Stad and Wash, and you can see my little stove set up, and I had rugs, and I'd put my little rug outside my car door, and then I'd put the big one outside the trunk, and then I'd lay my tarp over to the side, and I'd put anything that I wouldn't use in out of the back seat. I'd clean my back seat out and put everything on that tarp. And if it's rained or anything, I could put another tarp over it. But and then I had my stove and everything set up right outside my trunk, and I mean, you can just see the views, in the pictures. It was just great. I loved it. And I knew that's what I wanted to do when I went out there. And let's see if there's anything else I missed I want to tell you guys. Yeah. Oh, yeah, on that propane stove I got set up, you can see I had the little green bottles then. Where now, when I'm off-grid here, since I'm off-grid in a house, this one room I live in, I use the big tanks, for propane, and God, it just lasts me like, the one on the stove lasted like months and months, because, I cook breakfast and dinner, and I just don't use that much propane. But the one on my heater now, it would go a lot faster than that, because that's what I used for heat this past winter. And one of those, I don't know, it lasts a week sometimes too. It's just according how cold it was, how much I used it. But yeah, I knew when I went out boondocking in that desert, that's what I wanted to do. But anyway, be getting that car fixed, and right now I'm driving my uncle's farm truck, and yeah, I like being a redneck in that truck. Okay, I hope you guys learned something, and remember, change is inevitable, so just go with it. Don't forget to give me that thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye.